شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوي پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا
Good evening. Today is Wednesday, November 6th, 2024. I'm Suleiman Talash and you are watching RTA News. Khalifa Sirajuddin Haqqani, the Minister of Interior Affairs, the Deputy Governor of Paktika Province, Maulavi Makhdoom Abdul Salam Sadat, and the Deputy Intelligence Police Commander of the province, Sheikh Muhammad Sharif Halimi, accompanied the 2nd Infantry Brigade of the 203 Mansouri Corps. They met with the commander, Maulavi Naqibullah Hamid, and the Mujahideen. The commander of this brigade, Maulavi Naqibullah, welcomed the Minister of Interior Affairs and thanked him for observing the Mujahideen's work and problems. Interior Minister Mr. Haqqani praised the officials' efforts, promised to solve the problems. Minister of Public Health, Maulavi Nur Jalal Jalali, met with Rosella Masio, the Director General of the Emergency Agency, to discuss emergency hospital services, capacity building, and care for disabled patients. Mr. Jalali emphasized the need for international support to strengthen Afghanistan's health sector and requested collaboration in training health personnel. Ms. Masiu responded that efforts are underway to expand services beyond basic health initiatives. The National Disaster Preparedness Department has distributed food and clothing to over 320 families affected by flooding and other needy families in Kabul. Officials from this department continue to assure other vulnerable individuals in the country that they will receive timely assistance. We have more details in this report.
Food and winter clothing were distributed to 320 families and individuals affected by the recent floods and other natural disasters by the National Disaster Preparedness Department. Officials from this department assured that they are fully prepared to assist the affected families during the cold season.
There are 320 packages in which one parcel contains 50 kilos of flour, one parcel contains 25 kilos of rice, one winter box contains 14 items, children's winter items such as clothes, shoes, etc., given by the UNICEF, and one parcel of 10 kilos of sugar. The Islamic Emirate has always tried to reach out its people and solve their problems. Alhamdulillah, they have solved the problems in any situation.
Conversely, many affected individuals are hopeful about the aid given and wish to see it continue.
Although these contributions are good, but not enough. There should be more help to us poor people. There are no jobs and our lands are flooded. Our family has 18 members, so this help is not enough. In these times, even a simple donation is very important to us, and we also need 10 rupees at this time. There is not a single glass in my house. All of them are broken, so we are very happy with the government for this support.
On the previous day, the National Disaster Preparedness Department distributed food to 500 low-income families.
The ambassador of the Islamic Emirate in Qatar attended the Indonesian National Day ceremony held at the country's embassy. Dr. Muhammad Naim, the ambassador of the Islamic Emirate, stated on his X page that his participation was in response to an invitation from the Indonesian embassy in Qatar. The event was also attended by the Minister of Religious Affairs and Islamic Affairs, several officials from Qatar's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, as well as representatives from other countries and international organizations based in Qatar. Dr. Abdul Bari Omar, the General Executive Director of the Afghanistan Electricity Company, met with officials from 2 domestic companies and 1 foreign company to discuss the digitalization of services and the establishment of an online meter system in Afghanistan. The representatives from these companies have also expressed interest in developing a digital and online metering system for the country. Environmental protection and water experts are concerned about the declining underground water levels in Kabul. The recent drought and pollution growth are the primary factors contributing to the water shortage. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Water and Energy reports that thousands of absorption wells have been constructed in the city, along with the Kabul water dam. Let's see more in the report. The capital, Kabul, faces a severe shortage of clean drinking water. Many residents in various neighborhoods are struggling with this issue, and they urge others to avoid wasting water.
There has been a drought for several years. There is a water shortage, especially in Kabul city. People are facing a lack of water. People also consume a lot of water. Now a person can take ablution with a single bowl of water and have a full tap running, so it's waste. Almighty Allah also says, "Eat, drink, and take advantage of my blessings, but do not waste them." Most of us don't know. A lot of water is spent and we don't care about water use. My request to the government and people is to be careful in using water.
Water and environmental protection experts believe that transferring water from Panjshir to Kabul is beneficial in the short term. They also emphasize the need for constructing underground water feeding areas for long-term sustainability.
Car washes in Kabul and all factories that use water, they use Kabul clean drinking water. This has caused the rate of water withdrawal to double the water shortage that comes from rivers and snow. Therefore, this excessive use of water has caused the level of clean water to go down without monitoring.
The Ministry of Energy and Water has completed the survey for the water transfer project from Panjshir to Kabul, and thousands of absorption wells have been dug to enhance underground water resources.
Thousands of people have been evacuated, as well as the water that would have left Kabul city has also been controlled. In the past, the water of Arghande and the rivers of Pasha came out of Kabul city. The Arghande water now flows into the pits that have been drained there, and as a result plays an important role in raising the groundwater.
Despite the efforts of the urban water supply company to dig deep wells in certain areas of Kabul, the water problem for residents remains unresolved. People still struggle to access the water they need. Officials from the Mines and Petroleum Department of Panjshir province have announced the sale of freshly extracted emeralds from the region's mines. Maulavi Muhammad Qasim Amiri, the director of Mines and Petroleum in Panjshir, stated that a 5,014 carat emeralds valued at $245,050 was auctioned to domestic traders in the presence of the Mining Monitoring Committee, local officials, and business owners. Mr. Amiri also mentioned that thousands of carats of emeralds have previously been sold to local businessmen. In Nangarhar province, the construction of a commercial market by Arzak Emirate Company is being supervised by engineers from the Department of Housing and Urban Development. Maulavi Muhammad Nabi Saidi, the head of Housing and City Construction for Nangarhar province, reported that the concrete pouring for the foundations of the second floor of this commercial market is currently underway. The technical teams from the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development are closely monitoring the project to ensure it is completed according to the established plan and meets the required standards. The Urban Development and Housing Department of Oruzgan Province held a meeting with the governor to discuss the distribution of land for homeless refugees. Representatives from the departments of agriculture, livestock, rural rehabilitation, and development and environment, as well as officials from other departments were also present at the meeting. The head of urban development and housing provided comprehensive information regarding the settlement of immigrants. Mullah Aminullah Obaid, the governor of Kabul, met with the elders, men and youth of the Mangal tribe in the province. At the beginning of this visit, the leaders of the Mangal tribe expressed their gratitude to the governor for his presence and acknowledged the open doors of the Islamic Emirate for them. They expressed a desire to address the existing issues they face. That's all for tonight. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.
شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوي پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا